Hello guys, good morning and welcome to your tutorial. Today is Thursday, June the 11th, 2020. And well, I hope today you have a wonderful day. I'm so glad that you're still watching my tutorials, okay? And staying tuned doing the activities, okay? Remember guys, to always take care of yourself. Remember that I love you and I really miss you guys and hope to see you soon, okay? And well, let's start. Today's subject is about sharp speaking and test yourself, okay? Test yourself, remember, is only dedicated for Vancouver students, group B, okay? And well, we're going to work on page 58 all the way to page 61, okay, from our learning logbook. Remember that this subject is from week 2, okay? So let's start by looking at today's agenda, okay? Like I said, it's about June the 11th, 2020, week 2 from Sharp Speaking, okay? First, well, I want you to know that we need to look for these materials, okay? Remember that next week is Father's Day, and remember that we have to give a special present to our daddies, okay? Remember that they do a big effort on working every day really hard, okay? And remember that they're so special. They're like the superhero in our family, okay? So well, today I will show you a list of the materials that you will need for the Father's Day craft, okay? These materials, well, if you have them at home or if you have recycled materials at home, perfect, okay? It's not necessary to acquire them new, okay? No, if you have them at home, if you have similar things that are the things that are enlisted in the materials that I included, they're perfect, okay? Now, remember that we try, the important here is to give that person, to give our superhero, our daddy, this special thing, okay, this craft, remember, and they know that you do it with love and dedication, okay? After that, we're going to start on the learning logbook, okay? So that means that you have to have right now your book on your head, on your desk, or maybe on a table. I don't know what you're working on, but you have to have your book open on page 58, and then we're going to continue all the way to page 61, okay? At the end, well, like I always include every Thursday, at the end I include my Soye activity. Remember guys that on Soye it's only for group B, okay? And that means that you have to do it, okay? I like this new Soye project because it's about the future. How do you see yourself as sixth graders in the future? Or what do you want to be in the future? Remember that we're about to finish primary school. We are going to be soon in junior high school, and well, we have to start knowing what do you want to be in the future, okay? For example, when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a teacher, and thanks God I'm here, okay? And well, today is Thursday. You don't have no homework, but I invite you to please read a book like every Thursday we used to do. It's not obligatory, okay? You can do it at the end of the day, maybe before you go to sleep. You decide at what time. But I invite you guys to read a book in Maya. Remember that Maya is a wonderful platform with more than 5,000 books that are there cool because they're audio books, okay? And they have the listening part, they have dictionary, they have vocabulary words, and it's really cool because it's for several levels. So I invite you to please read a book in Mayan about electricity, okay? Read a book in Mayan about electricity. Why electricity? Well, because remember that on science we're talking about energy, we're talking about electricity, and well, we have to know about it, okay? Because we use it in our daily life, we use it to connect our phones, we use it for several things, okay? And well guys, let's start, okay? Remember, like I said, I will show you the list of the materials for your Happy Father's Day craft, okay? Remember that Father's Day is the next week, okay? We have to make this small detail for him, our superhero. And well, these are the materials that you will need. Listen please to the audio. The materials are scissors, foaming, okay? You will need foaming, or if you don't have foaming, then you can use fieltro, but I suggest you to use foaming, okay? It's easier. You can use the colors that you want, okay? Foaming, it could be whatever color that you want, okay? It could be black, brown, blue, red, or it could be sparkled or not with sparkles, okay? You will use also a ruler. You will use liquid glue or UHU glue, UHU glue or liquid glue. You will use markers, okay? It could be Sharpies, it could be color markers. You can use also colors, okay? You will need a pencil or pens, okay? You will need color paper or white sheet of paper. Here's my white sheet of paper, and here is my color paper, okay? You will need a ribbon. You will need a ribbon and a ring. This is the ring that you will need, okay? Remember that the ring is to put what we will do, okay? We will make this wonderful craft. So, well, guys, please try to acquire the materials that you don't have. If you have some of them, then perfect. Remember that it's not necessary to waste too much money, okay? Try to use recycled paper or things or materials that you have in your house, okay? So now let's continue by working on the learning log pages. Okay, we're going to start now with the book. So please, I need everyone to open your book on page 68. On page 58. We'll be working on page 58 and these other pages also, page 59, 60, and 61. Okay, if you observe, these pages include audios, okay? So that means that you have to keep on listening to this tutorial, because inside of this tutorial, I included the audios, okay? Or the track. So now first we're going to work on page 58. That is this page right here. Remember that we're talking about sharp speaking. And if you observe on page 58, well, you have the keywords, okay? And let's read them. Dark-haired, dark-haired. Fair-haired, fair-haired. Geography, geography. In a row, package, and villages. So, well, guys, I suggest you to use a dictionary to look up these keywords, okay? Now, we're going to start by doing exercise number 1 from this page, okay? On exercise number 1 says, imagine you are fair-haired and live the following situations. Read and answer the questions with the classmates. In this case, well, you're going to answer them individually and where? Yes, right here. You can answer them right here next to the coat or on top of it, okay, or beneath it, okay? You need to answer right there next to it. And what does these situations says? Well, number 1 says, how would you feel if you couldn't see the same water fountain as dark-haired people? You had to sit in a section of the restaurant for fair-haired people. Why? People only? The other one says, what would you say if a dark-haired bus driver didn't let you get on the bus? A dark-haired person asked to be your friend. Dark-haired, well, is telling you dark hair, black hair. Okay, what will happen? Imagine that you're another color and you have to pass throughout these situations. Okay, so they're telling you that you have to imagine live in this type of situation. Imagine that you want to get inside the bus, but the bus driver is dark-haired, and then will let you get on the bus because maybe you're blonde hair or red hair. Okay, what would you do if a dark-haired person stopped you from entering a movie theater? I would get mad, I would get disappointed, or I would tell them, please, everyone has same rights. Okay, or what would you do if you couldn't bath on the same beaches as dark hair? This situation right here and this part is according to what's happening right here. This person right here is blonde hair, yellow hair, and if you see, the rest of them are dark hair. Okay, so imagine you're in the situation of this guy right here. What would you do, okay, if you couldn't enter to bath on the beach, okay, with the black hair people? So please imagine this type of situations and just write your answers, like I said, next to the quote or the questions. And remember that they have to be short answers, okay? Now, also on this page, well, you have another exercise that you have to answer. And it says, please listen to an advertisement about an island called Urscuro.
Complete the table with the missing information. That means you have to listen to this track, okay? In a minute, I will put it. You have to listen to it and answer this information where they're asking for geography, population, dark-haired people, privileged dark-haired people only. So maybe they're going to give you numbers, okay, about this. I don't know, okay? But you have to listen and pay close attention to the track. Now, also, I suggest you to draw your favorite beach, okay, right here of destination station. What will be your favorite beach, okay? For this activity, I will give you only 3 minutes because 3 minutes are enough to complete exercise number 1. And with exercise number 2, well, you do it while you're listening to the track, okay? So, well, guys, let's start.
Oscuro.
This is a question for all the dark-haired people in the world. If you wanted the vacation of a lifetime, where would you go? Would you go to a beautiful tropical island in the Pacific? Then why not come to the island of Oscuro? Only 100,000 people live in Oscuro, and dark-haired people are just 10% of the population. But people with dark hair have a higher status and enjoy special privileges. They can bathe at the most beautiful beaches, eat in the finest restaurants, and stay at the best hotels. They can enter exclusive movie theaters for dark-haired people only. And there are special buses and trains reserved for dark-haired people. If you have dark hair, everyone in Oscuro will treat you with a smile. So if you have dark hair, come to Oscuro. It's the perfect place for you.
Here we have to do this page, okay? And well, on this page you have 3 exercises that you have to do, okay? Let's check them out. Exercise number 1 says, read the following statements, write correct, incorrect, or not mentioned under each statement. Correct the incorrect statements and listen again to check. So here, according to the audio that you heard about Oscuro, then you have to listen one more time, okay? Go back, listen, and you have to mark if it's correct or incorrect, okay, these statements. That means you have to pay attention to the audio, okay, and check that part. For example, number 1 says, Oscuro is an island where you can go on vacations. According to the audio that you just listened previously on the previous exercise, do you think Oscuro is an island to go on vacations? What do you think, guys? According to this information right here, what do you think? Yes or no? Yes is correct. So this part, let's put it. I will help you in this one. This is correct. Okay? This is correct. Now you have to, like I said one more time, listen to the audio and write me correct. You have to write correct, incorrect, not mentioned, okay? You have to do it well, in this case 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? And now, on exercise number 4 says, reimagine Oscuro as a place where everybody lives in equally and peace, and write a description of this alternative island. So right here, you have to just write a description of this island, okay? You have to imagine that everybody living in this island, okay, all the girls and the boys living in this island, okay, have the same rights, live in equality and peace, okay? They live in peace. Now, what do you have to write down here? Well, in this case, you can say, well, I think, well, mostly all the men, so mostly all the men in this island work very hard, okay, works very hard to bring food to their house, works very hard to bring food at home, to bring food to their house, also to their house, okay? So in this case, now you can tell me, how can they bring peace? Well, There's not too much fights. They do several hobbies. I don't know, okay? Just imagine this place where everybody can live in equality, okay? That means that also you can write here all men and women in this island work very hard. That means there's equality. Both of them work hard, okay? So you have to write down, the answers can be different because remember, everyone thinks different, but you just have to write a short description of it, okay? Now, on exercise number 5, what do you have to do? Well, it says on exercise number 5, how would you feel in the following situations? Write an adjective in the middle column. You have to write down an adjective in the middle column. Then ask a classmate and write their answers in the right column. So right here, you're just going to do this one. Your classmate, then you're not going to do your classmate, obviously, okay? You're just going to do the middle one. In the middle one, what do you have to do? Write down an adjective. What was an adjective, guys? Well, remember, an adjective describes a noun, person, place, or thing, okay? An adjective describes, okay? For example, number 1, what are they asking you? You were banned from a restaurant because of your hair color. It says, how would you feel? How would you feel in these situations? Well, if I was banned from a restaurant, I will feel angry. Okay, that will be my adjective. You lost your most prized possession. I will feel sad, maybe. Okay, and you keep on doing the same thing, okay? On classmate, you don't do classmate, no, because, well, you're not working with your classmate. But here, you're just going to do the you part, the middle column, okay, according to what the statements or situations are asking you. Number 3, you were late for school for the 3rd day in a row. You had an argument with your best friend. You received an unexpected package. Here, I will feel surprised. Over here, maybe I will feel also sad or disappointed, so on, okay? So this is what you have to do on this exercise. Well, I will give you enough time to solve these 3 exercises from page 59, okay? I hope it's enough time. Remember to go back and listen to the audio for exercise number 3. Don't forget, guys. Page 60. Now we're going to do page 60, okay? On page 60, you have two exercise, one audio to hear, and the keywords, guys, okay? So, well, guys, let's start by looking at the keywords, repeating it, okay? And like I said, if we have enough time, then we're going to analyze the keywords at the end, okay? So, well, guys, the first keyword says abuse, abuse, cell phone, cell phone. Oh, you know that one for sure. Console, 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 where you can play. Damped, damped. Drinking water, and neglect, neglect, okay? Now here you have to do first exercise number 1 that says classify the items from the clown using the chart below these two charts. Add your own ideas. So right here, what do? You're going to use these items from this clown right here and write them down on the charts below. What are the charts asking you? Well, in the first one it says things I want and things I need. In this case, what are the things that I want? Well, I want an ice cream right now because it's a hot weather. Okay, I'm so hot, so I need an ice cream. I want an ice cream. Things I need. I need a family. That means you can't. I need a family. Okay, that means that I know you have a family. Everyone has a family. But in this case, in this activity, they're telling you like things I need a family. Why? Because we all depend on a family. So we need is like necessary. Okay, things I need necessary to have. Okay, a family is a necessary thing that we need to have to survive, to live. Okay, emotionally, socially, and to communicate. Okay, things that I want. An ice cream. Why? Because I don't need necessarily an ice cream to survive. Okay, so that's how they're used in this case. For example, things I need. Maybe in my case, I need clean drinking water. Okay, I need clean drinking water. Why? Because we need clean water to drink and to survive, to hydrate our body, to keep it healthy. Okay. So I'm going to eliminate that part, okay? Clean drinking water because I need it to be healthy, to hydrate my body, okay? To survive. Now, I also need what? A name. We need a name. Okay, remember that we need a name because we need to know how are we called. We need to know and be recognized, okay, in society. Things I want. Well, guys, I want a TV. Okay, I want a TV. Things that I want a skateboard. Okay? Things I want a skateboard. Ice cream, a TV, a skateboard. That's what I want, a skateboard. An ice cream. Because those things that are not necessarily required for to live in, okay? So, guys, similar to what I just did, you're going to do it. You see how simple it is? So you just have to compare what are the things are necessary, okay? Now, on this page also you have an audio, a track to listen, okay? First I will give you 3 minutes, okay, to do the previous exercise, this one, okay? So let me give you some time, and then you're going to listen to the audio and do exercise number 2, okay? Or vice versa. So let's stop a little bit and use your time to do this, okay? And we comí los cacahuates, he tomado agua, de ahí comí galleta. Y ya. Según yo estoy grabando la voz, pero de repente me quedo dormida, yo tengo como sueño. Según yo estoy grabando la voz, pero de repente me quedo dormida, tengo como sueño. Según quiero grabar hoy en la noche en el pizarrón, pero a ver si aguanto porque tengo sueño. You finish exercise number 1 from page 60. We're going to do exercise number 2, okay, from this page 60. And it says, listen to the first part of the news report about the rights of the children and reflect on your answers to activity number 1. It is the same to want something and to need something and to have the right to something. Do you really need all the things you listed? Okay, so right here you have to answer these questions right here. Okay, so let's listen to the track and think a little bit what they're asking you on exercise number 2 and what you wrote on exercise number 1. Okay, is it the same to want something? Is it the same to want something, to need something, and to have the right to something? Answer this question right here. Okay, do you think that all the things you need the things that you listed? Answer this right here. Okay, yes, I think I need them because they're part of my life to survive. Okay, I need them to survive, to be happy, to not get bored. Okay, it's not the same of want and need because need is for necessary, want is just for pleasure. Okay, the right, yes, because we have the right for an education, so on. Okay, so well, guys, listen to the track and do activity number 2. Okay.
The rights of the child.
Part 1. All over the world, from north to south, east to west, children and young people under 18 have rights. These rights were officially recognized by the United Nations in 1989 in the Convention on the Rights of the Child. These rights don't mean that you can have a new computer game just because you want one. They are intended to guarantee that every child has a safe, healthy, and happy life. Here are some of the rights that were declared by the convention.
Part 2. To begin with, all children have the right to be taken care of by their parents or members of their family. In case they are sick, they must be provided with medicine and should always be kept as healthy as possible. As part of being healthy, children need a good diet and nutritious food to eat.
They have the right to go to school and to receive a good education. Children should not be forced to work. They must have enough opportunities to rest, relax, and play.
Children have the right to be loved and to be protected from abuse, exploitation, and neglect.
From the moment of birth, every child has the right to a name and a nationality. In one word, every child has the right to an identity.
Children also have the right to give their opinions, but they should respect the opinions of their family and others in their community.
Above all, and in order to protect all the other rights, children must be provided a decent home and shelter from the heat and cold.
Page 61. Now right here you have to listen one more time to the track, okay? And we have to do 3 exercises. Exercise number 3, 4, and 5. So let's see what is this about. On exercise number 3 says, listen to the second part of the news report and fill in the blanks in the following statements. The rights of the child. Remember, you kids, you have the right to an education, to play, to be free and have fun, to have a healthy diet or a good diet, okay? To love and be protected from abuse. So well, guys, here you have to listen to the track. That means you have to go back a little bit, okay? Listen to the track and write down the statement right here, okay? Number 1 says, all children have the right to be taken care of by their parents and members of their... What do you think? Who are you with right now? Yes, I am with my family. So you have the right, okay? The right, okay, to be members of your family, okay? You're going to do the same thing on the other ones. It says, be provided with medicine if they are sick and to be kept as blank as well. A good blank and nutritious food to eat. Go to school and receive a good what? The opportunity to rest, to relax, and blank. Be blank and be protected from abuse, exploitation, and neglect. A name and a nationality in one word and blank. give their blank, and should respect the opinions of their family and others in the community. A decent blank and blank from heat and cold. What do you think, guys? Okay, think hard, listen again to the audio to do this part. Now, on exercise number says, write in the space below, right here, you think is the most important right from the recording and why. So here, guys, really simple. What do you think is what is the most important right and why? So over here, you're going to write, I think, you can do something like this similar. I think that the most important right is the right for education, the right to have an identity, because we all, or we as a kid deserve to, I don't know, you deserve to survive, you deserve to have fun, you deserve many, many things, okay? So something like this, similar, you can start writing your statement, okay? What do you think is the most important right, okay? And why? So you have to write down your answer here. I think that the most important right is because as a kid, we deserve, or as a kid, I deserve to, okay? Now, let's check exercise number 5, the last one, and then you're going to do these 3 exercises in a period of time, okay? The last exercise, says, read and discuss the following cases with a classmate. Are these children's rights being protected? Which rights are being protected and which are not being protected? So let's read each post-it note about the cases that are presented here. Number 1, Jimmy lives in an inner city apartment building on the 10th floor. There aren't any parks in his neighborhood, so there isn't a safe place to play. The room where Jimmy sleeps is cold and damp because the landlord hasn't repaired the heating. Okay? Vasily's mother died when he was young. He never knew his father. He has no brothers or sisters. He is only 13 years old, but he lives on the streets of a big city. He polishes shoes all day to make money to feed himself. He doesn't have time to go to school. Oh my God, this is a terrible situation or case. I feel sad for this boy, seriously. Jane lives in a very small town. She was born blind, so she doesn't go to her local school. Her parents love her very much, but they don't have a lot of money, so when she is sick, she doesn't always receive medicine. Now, guys, what do you think from these cases? These cases maybe things you think a lot and see that you're all blessed with what God gives you, or what your mom does every day, with the effort they do to go outside, work, even though there's a pandemic here, there is a virus outside. So I always say that to value what your parents are doing right now, the effort they're doing, the risk that they're doing to go outside, okay, and work. So imagine these situations that are presented here, okay? This kid has no family, lives under a big city on these streets. He doesn't have time to play, okay? He lives with where he's suffering because of the weather. There's cold, and he lives in a not in good place with good conditions. This girl is blind. So, do you think that these children's rights are being protected? Do you think that, guys? Why are they not being protected? So write down here, these are the questions that you have to answer, okay? And write down your answer maybe here, or here, in a space, okay? Write down your answer, okay? And think a little bit from these situations, because maybe these situations are real. They're presented in different ways, but they're real, guys. And value the effort that your parents are doing right now to go outside and work, even though there is a virus, okay? So, well, guys, use your time, okay, to answer this question.
Okay, guys, now we're going to do the Soy activity, okay? So, welcome my Vancouver students. So let's start by doing the Soy activity. Remember that we're on level 3, okay, from this project. And remember that you have to click on the content that says cómo construyes tu futuro, ok. Le das clic en cómo construyes tu futuro, luego le das clic en contenido y en el contenido, bueno, te va a aparecer un menú y ahí le tienes que dar clic en la parte que dice afrontamos un desafío, ok. Es la parte que nos toca, pero vamos a hacerla hoy y espero que les guste, ok. So, let's start.
¿Cómo construyes tu futuro? Esa es la parte que vamos a empezar de Soy el nivel 3. Y bueno, vamos a darle clic en contenido. Y ese es el menú que nos va a aparecer. Ya hicimos el jueves pasado, llegó el momento de empezar. Hoy jueves nos toca afrontamos un desafío. Entonces le vas a dar clic en afrontamos un desafío. Y te va a aparecer algo así. Bien, ahora bien dice. Aunque aún falta tiempo para tu incorporación del mundo laboral, es buen momento para que empieces a reflexionar acerca de tus valores laborales. Para conocer algunos de los principios valores, lee la información que se encuentra referida en la imagen y luego responde las preguntas que la acompañan. Ahora bien, vamos a darle clic a la imagen y dice, imagen 1. Sentirse autorrealizado. Las personas que tienen este valor buscan ocupaciones donde puedan aprender, mejorar y poner en práctica sus competencias. ¿Te gustan los trabajos que plantean retos? Ahora bien, aquí tienes que seleccionar o dar clic en la parte que dice las personas, bueno, aquí te dice te gustan los trabajos y bueno, tú aquí tienes que poner si me gusta trabajar en equipo, me gustan los retos, me gusta afrontarlos, me gusta resolverlos y es una mejora para mi persona, para mi personalidad. Aquí vas poniendo los planes, lo que te plantean los retos, si te gustan los trabajos, ¿qué plantean los retos, no? Siempre, como les he dicho, enfóquense en ocupaciones donde ustedes les llamen la atención, algo que sean hábiles para hacerlo. Autonomía, independencia, autoliderazgo. Las personas con este valor se sienten cómodas recibiendo órdenes, prefieren trabajar de manera autónoma y tomar sus propias decisiones. ¿Prefieres trabajar de forma autónoma y tomar tus propias decisiones? Bueno, aquí es para las personas que son más independientes, ¿no? Si te gusta seguir a un jefe, seguir órdenes o te gusta ir por tu cuenta, ¿no? En otras palabras, te gusta tomar tus propias decisiones y seguir lo que dicen tu intuición, ¿no? Si están bien, ¿no? Entonces aquí vas a poner, prefiero de forma autónoma o tomar mis propias decisiones. Y tomar mis propias decisiones. Aquí tú decides, ¿va? Sentir apoyo y acompañamiento. Es el valor de aquellas personas que buscan ocupaciones donde reciben indicaciones claras y prefieren que alguien supervise su trabajo. Como dije anteriormente, a lo mejor aquí te gusta seguir las indicaciones de tu jefe, ¿no? Y te gusta estar haciendo las tareas o actividades que tu jefe o otra persona te diga, ¿no? Y lo vas a hacer sin ningún inconveniente y sin enojarte, sin enfadarte, porque pues te gustan las indicaciones claras, ¿no? Y dice, ¿es importante para ti recibir instrucciones claras y sentirte apoyado? Bueno, para mí siento que sí, no sé para ustedes chicos, quizás a algunos no les gustan las indicaciones y sí se sientan apoyados o sí les gusta que los apoyen. Y siento que todo momento, toda persona tiene que sentirse orgulloso que es apoyado y sentirse bien en el momento que lo están apoyando, ¿no? Brindan, recibiendo un apoyo por parte de otra persona por otras ideas. Liderazgo, reconocimiento y poder. Este valor caracteriza a las personas que buscan ocupaciones de prestigio con posibilidad de crecimiento personal y de liderar equipos. ¿Te atrae desempeñar un trabajo que te dé prestigio, así como la posibilidad de dirigir equipos? Bueno, aquí es para esas personas que son muy extrovertidas, ¿no? Que sienten que tienen ese poder de liderar a equipos, de guiar a los demás, ¿no? Decirle, puedes hacer tú esto, tú vas a hacer esta tarea, tú el otro vas a hacer esto, ¿no? Entonces, tú te consideras así, ¿no? ¿Te atraes por desempeñar un equipo así que te dé prestigio o te gusta dirigir equipos? Relacionarse con los demás. Los valores esenciales para quienes buscan ocupaciones les permiten estar con otras personas en un entorno de trabajo corporativo. ¿Te parece que lo más interesante de un trabajo es la posibilidad de establecer buenas relaciones con tus compañeros? Considero que sí, es muy importante tener buena comunicación, una comunicación asertiva, ¿no? con los demás, con tus compañeros, una comunicación donde se puedan entender claramente cuáles son las tareas, ocupaciones del equipo, ¿no? Que haya buena relación entre los compañeros. Y por último, condiciones de trabajo, valor propio de las personas que buscan trabajos que garanticen seguridad y buenas condiciones económicas. ¿Es tu trabajo ideal aquel que ofrece las mejores condiciones laborales? Llega un momento en el ámbito laboral donde a veces lo que nos plantean las instituciones o la empresa o la organización donde uno desea laborar, bueno, pues sí te da muchas seguridades, te da condiciones económicas, te dan prestigios, te dan prestaciones y bueno, tú decides si tu meta en vida, tu futuro va de acuerdo a las condiciones laborales del trabajo que te están ofreciendo, el trabajo, el puesto, ¿no? Entonces tú tienes que ver esa parte, si las condiciones de trabajo están bien, de acuerdo a tu personalidad, de acuerdo a lo que tú aspiras, ¿no? Quizás tu aspiración es, bueno, tener un seguro donde cubra todo, ¿no? Todo tu cuidado, ¿no? De tu salud. Y quizás la empresa no te lo esté dando. Entonces tú tienes que ver, bueno, quizás no me lo dé, pero me está dando otra ventaja, ¿no? Los trabajos siempre hay pros y contras y pues al fin y al cabo tienes que tomar una decisión de acuerdo a la condición del trabajo y más bien si te gusta pues lo vas a hacer con mucho entusiasmo, motivación e interés, ¿no? Vamos a continuar. Vuelven a leer los valores laborales y elige los 3 con los que más te identifiques, anótalos y responde a la pregunta. Valores laborales con los que más me identifico. Aquí vas a poner, bueno, como dice, los valores que más tú identificas, ¿no? Que te sientes atraído porque consideras que quizás en un futuro vas a ser así. Sé, chicos, que están en una etapa donde tienen que ser críticos ustedes mismos, hacerse hipótesis, ¿no? Y planteárselas, pero tienen que esas hipótesis, esas propuestas que se están planteando para un futuro, bueno, tienen que ver a qué meta y a qué fin lo estás haciendo, ¿no? Y bueno, tienes que ver si estos valores laborales van de acuerdo a lo que tú desees ser en algún futuro, ¿no? Recuerda que no estás muy lejos a la meta, te faltan poquitos años, entonces ya tienen que ir mentalizándose qué quieren hacer, qué quieren trabajar en un futuro. Dice, ¿crees que son valores propios de una persona emprendedora? ¿Por qué? ¿Consideras que los valores que tú elegiste son propios de una persona emprendedora? ¿Qué es una persona emprendedora, no? Ya lo vimos anteriormente, ¿no? ¿Consideras que tienes que tener liderazgo, aceptar las condiciones de trabajo, lo que nos plantean? ¿Qué opinas? Ahora que reconociste los valores laborales que te distinguen, identifica quiénes de tus compañeros los comparten y reúnanse y formen equipos. Bueno, en esta parte no lo vamos a hacer, chicos. Vamos a leer esta parte que está en la parte derecha de su pantalla. Dice, toma una captura de pantalla de los labores laborales que escribiste, ¿no? Entonces, esta es una parte de la actividad donde tienes que tomar una captura. Si puedes, si no, no te preocupes. Ahora bien, dice, escribe los nombres de quienes serán tus compañeros de equipo. ¿Quién crees que serán tus compañeros de equipo? Bueno, en esta parte, este apartado no lo vas a hacer porque por ende pues no estamos en salón, pero quizás te gustaría llenarlo y visualizarte que en un futuro alguien lo puede ser. Entonces, adelante puedes escribir los nombres de los compañeros que más extrañes, ¿no? O de las personas que crees que tengan esos valores. Están en equipo, conteste las siguientes preguntas. Aquí, bueno, lo vas a contestar de manera individual. ¿Qué lo identifica como grupo? ¿Qué te identifica a ti como persona? No como grupo, sino como persona, ¿no? ¿Qué te identifica a ti? ¿Cómo eres? ¿Qué es lo que más destaca de tu persona? Tu personalidad. Y dice, ¿qué mensaje les gustaría transmitir en su videocurrículo? Recuerda que las personas siempre tenemos que transmitir algo, ¿no? Hay personas que son tus amigos y tienes una amiga donde te transmite paz, ¿no? Te transmite confianza en la forma de que le cuentas algo y esa persona te sientes bien con ella, ¿no? Con él. Entonces, aquí, ¿qué mensaje te gustaría transmitir en tu videocurrículo? Para que la empresa vea qué tan emprendedor o qué tan dinámico o qué tan motivador eres, ¿no? Entonces, aquí puedes escribir el mensaje que a ti te gustaría decir en el videocurrículo. Ahora bien, esta es la última parte, dice, ir juntos es comenzar, mantenerse juntos es progresar, trabajar juntos es triunfar. Henry Ford. So guys, remember to always stay focused. I know that you're so young and say, well, why do I have to talk about my future? But well, guys, you're around the corner. The years pass by. This year is passing by. Not like you expected. I know, not like everybody expected, but well, it's passing by. We're half of the year passing and doing it. And well, I hope that you know what you want for this future, okay? So well, let's continue.
Healthy. Back to school guide. Follow these steps to be safe. Number 1, use hand sanitizer. Number 2, wash your hands with soap and water. Number 3, cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough. Number 4, if you feel sick, don't go to school. Number 5, don't share your things. Number 6, no hugs, kisses, or a handshake. Number 7, keep your distance. Number 8, wear your mask. A clean hand is a caring hand. Did you know proper hand hygiene is number 1 way to prevent the spread of germs? Follow these simple steps for proper hand hygiene. Soap and water. Hand sanitizer. Now you will learn how to use the proper way of using a hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. Apply to the palm of one hand like this, okay? Rub over both hands like this. You need to rub over your both hands. And you just have to, it has to cover all your hands. And you just have to let it dry, okay? That's all. Wash your hair. It's the best line of defense. Okay, washing your hair frequently for a period of time to 20 to 30 seconds. And while you're doing it, try to sing a song, a short song, okay? Now, remember that washing hair is really important. You need to do it before eating, okay? After going to the bathroom, okay? After touching an animal, after touching the garbage, okay, any garbage, after handling or touching a pet or pet food, okay, you need to do it also after blowing your nose, okay, your nose, coughing, or sneezing your nose, okay. You need to always wash those hands. They're really important to keep them clean, okay, and to keep them safe. So let's watch this video how to wash your hands. You should wash your hands for the amount of time it takes to sing happy birthday, 20 seconds. Wet your hands with water. Apply enough soap to cover your hands. Rub your hands together and use one hand to rub back the other hand and clean between your fingers. Do the same with other hand. Then rub your hands back to your fingers against your palms. Then rub your thumb using your other hand. Do the same with the other thumb. Then rub the tips of your fingers on the thumb of your other hand. Rinse your hands with enough water. Dry your hands completely with a towel. And then use the towel to turn off the tap. And you're ready to start your day. The proper ways of coughing. Okay, the proper ways of coughing, well, you have to use a clean tissue, okay, to wipe my runny nose. Now, you have to cover your cough. How do you cover your cough? Well, use your elbow to cough like that, or grab a tissue, okay, to cover your cough, okay? Remember to use clean tissues. Now, if you want to sneeze, you need to grab a tissue and sneeze like this, okay? These papers that you use while you were running your nose, cleaning your nose, while you were coughing and while you were sneezing, you need to throw these tissues in the bin, okay? And after all that process, you need to wash your hands, okay? Okay guys, these facts are also important. Now that we're going to go back to school, you need to know that you have to mark or keep your distance, okay? Your distance has to be 1 meter, okay, or 2 meters maximum. Remember that we have to avoid the social distance. We have to keep the social distancing, okay? And avoid sharing food. Don't share your food. Don't share your personal items, personal things like your sweaters, like your pencils, pencil case, okay? And don't hug, no hugs, and no handshaking, okay? We need to avoid that to avoid the germs. Now, also you need to avoid sharing your drinks, your bottle of water, or your juices. You need to avoid that. You keep your things by yourself, you protect your things, okay? And stop sharing. The purpose of this is to maintain your body safe, maintain your health safe, and avoid sharing germs with your classmates. If you don't feel well, then don't go to school. If you feel like your nose is running, if you feel like you have a sore throat, okay, like this person right here, this little image, he has a sore throat, he's coughing, he has maybe the flu, he has a headache, or if your eyes are watering, if you feel bad, okay, if you don't feel well, then please don't go to school. Report to the school, to the coordinators, and that you will not be able to go to school. Why? The purpose of this is to avoid getting your classmates also sick, okay? How to put on, use, take off, and dispose of a mask. Okay, now I will show you right here how to put or use a mask, okay? Well, what do? First, you need to wash your hands before putting your mask on, okay? Now that your hands are clean, then you're going to grab your mask from the band loose, okay? From the band loose, from right here, you're going to grab it, okay? And you're going to open it, put it in your on your ears like this, and now you're going to grab it from here, and that's all. Here I am safe, okay? I have a guarantee protect and avoid from spitting, okay? Now, if you want to take it off, then you grab it from your band loose, you grab it like this, and here you put it in the trash bin, okay? Trash bin, or you put it away, okay? And then if you're going to use it one more time, then wash your hands and remember to grab it from here, okay? Now, the don'ts that you don't have to do this. The guarantee protect is like this. This is a guarantee protection, okay? This is all protection. Your nose is protected, your mouth is protected. Like this is not protection, no protection. Like this is not protection, okay? You need to wear your mask covering your nose and your mouth, okay? Remember to take it off from here, okay? So those are the proper ways or the proper use of wearing a mask. Remember to always keep your mask on. And well, why to keep your mask on? Because do your part of your wear mask, okay? My mask is my protection. It protects you and it protects me, okay? So like it says on the image, my mask protects you and your mask protects me, okay? So well guys, this is all from a good healthy, okay, of taking care of yourself. And remember to always follow other steps, okay? Take care of yourself, okay? And if you take care of yourself, everyone is going to take care of themselves and be safe, okay? So please follow every step.